What's up guys, it's me Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cashflow, Mr. Passive Income, the people's mentor. I got what you need to succeed. So the topic of discussion for today is wholesaling real estate. Should you find motivated sellers first or build your buyers list first? That's a great question, isn't it? So if you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Juan Pablo. I started investing in real estate when I was 26 years old, working for the government. I was a disgruntled employee and I definitely wanted to quit. So I bought my first property at 26 years old and I ended up quitting my day job only 4 years later after buying my first property with 30 units in my portfolio. So with 30 rental units in which I received cash flow, which is passive income, income that you receive on a consistent basis with little to no time required. After receiving cash flow passive income, I no longer needed the 9 to 5 and I quit. So I quit at 30 years old. I have a book about it, Quit Your Day Job, just check the link below. And then I end up buying more and more property. So now I'm 34 years old and I have 72 units in my portfolio, and I keep buying real estate left and right using creative financing strategies, okay? Just to allow you some insight into how I do business. And the reason why I share with you my story is so that you can do it too. I didn't start off with pretty credit. I didn't have a 720 FICO score. I didn't have tens of thousands of dollars in the bank. I do now. But starting out, I did not. But I had a burning desire and a blueprint to follow. So if you're interested in having that burning desire and a blueprint to follow, check out our Cash Flow Academy below. Just check the links below, okay? But I'll get into more of that later at the end of this video. But let's dive into the topic. So getting started, I had to utilize creative financing in order to get access to more deals in my portfolio. So one creative financing strategy that we talk about a lot in our coaching program, check the link below for more information, is wholesaling. So you might be thinking, yeah, Juan Pablo, I do want to get started in real estate investing. I really do. However, I don't think I can get started because I don't have good credit and I don't have a lot of money to invest in real estate. That's perfectly fine, my friend. If you don't have the credit and if you don't have the money, you have to bring one thing to the table. Now, this one thing is extremely valuable. You might have guessed it already. What is it? It's the time. And what does the time involve? The time encompasses the following. Not just your hours, but your know-how. You know what you're doing. You have resources. You have connections. You are that synergistic glue, that master networker and marketer. Okay, so you have to put in some time. All right, so assuming you have the time, the know-how, you can get started in wholesaling. Now, if you don't have the time or the know-how, we teach you the know-how, okay, in our program. Just check the link below, because the program that we have is very technical in information, and we break it down so it takes all the guesswork out of real estate investing. So you know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, okay? So that you can get the maximum results, because that's all we care about, is you getting the results. So that's why we provide a guarantee, because we want you to get results. So moving forward, if you have the time, you can get started in wholesaling. What's wholesaling? Wholesaling is getting a property under contract and you're assigning your contract to an end buyer at a spread. So for example, I myself, I'm a buy and hold investor and I like to buy properties. But occasionally I might flip a property or two, you know, just to get some capital gains. So let's say, for example, that you're a wholesaler and you found a deal with a motivated seller, a person who's motivated to sell. Not I would like to sell, but I need to sell. I need to get this property off my hands. So you get under contract with the seller for $40,000, and let's say it's worth, after the repairs are done, $100,000. And you find me, who's a buy and hold investor, and you say, hey Juan Pablo, I'll sell you this property for $45,000. Again, you bought it for $40,000. And then you might be thinking, well, what would make Juan Pablo want to buy it? Again, it's worth $100,000. So of course, if the person's motivated to sell it and it's so discounted, it might need some TLC. You know, some repairs need to be done, which is fine. So if some repairs are needed, then I would say, you know what? Let me see how many repairs. Oh, this property needs $20,000 in repairs. So if you sell me the property for $45,000 and I put $20,000 repairs, that's $65,000 all in. Of course, you got closing costs and so forth. So that's $65,000, let's say $70,000 in total, including closing costs. But I know the property would be worth $100,000. If I don't do buy and hold, I can just flip it and make 30,000, a little bit less, maybe 20,000, and if you factor in, you know, miscellaneous fees and so forth. So it might be a good deal for me, and then you make a quick 5,000, my friend. So when wholesaling, I get this question asked a lot because I have a good following on YouTube, nearly 50,000 at the time of this recording, YouTube followers, Facebook, Instagram, emails. I'm a national speaker. I speak in multiple cities. I have a book out. People reach out to me, and that's one of the questions I get. Hey, Juan Pablo, I'm a wholesaler or aspiring to be a wholesaler. What should I do first? Find motivated sellers or build my buyers list? So motivated sellers, as I've discussed, these are people who are motivated to sell. They're in a need to sell position. Now I would like to sell and test the market out, but this property is a problem for me. It's a headache. I'm facing a divorce. I can't afford this house. I got a job in California. I can't afford 2 housing payments. I need to get rid of it. I inherited this property and I don't want it. I don't want to be a landlord. Or I'm burnt out as a landlord. I bought properties wrong because they didn't get involved with coaching. And it's a headache. I need to get rid of it. Notice I buy a lot of properties from people like that. They invested in real estate. They might have had some time or credit, but they didn't have the know-how. Never thought about investing in their learning to make sure they buy properties right. So make sure you guys do that as well and check the links below. So that's a motivated seller. Buyers, when I say build your buyers list, these are people who have money. So let's say me, for example, if I have the credit and I have the capital to do real estate investing. So if you're wholesaling, you may want a person like me to be a part of your buyers list. So that way I can tell you, hey, I'm looking for this kind of deal. Or you can say, hey, I got this deal, are you interested in buying it? So that's the money, okay? So the question is, which one should I focus on first in obtaining? Should I get motivated sellers first or build my buyers list? So let me share with you some insights. So if you get motivated sellers first, that could be a good thing because you've secured a property. And that's important based upon the market that we're in. So right now, at the time of this recording, because market conditions always change, you know, there's a cycle, there's the real estate market cycles that we always go through. So right now, at the time of this recording, we're in a seller's market. So that means there's little inventory on the market for sale. So being that it's economics, when you have limited supply of properties to sell, then the prices go up. So the sellers are at an advantage. So if you happen to get a great deal under contract with a seller, then you, my friend, have gold in your hands and that you can assign it. So that if there's not so many deals on the market, you know, low inventory. So being that we're in a seller's market, it could be advantageous for you to pursue motivated sellers first because there'll be few and far in between. They're very good and profitable and juicy deals. But I preference to find buyers first, build my buyers list. And why is that? So even though we're in a seller's market, I still prefer to build my buyers list. The reason is this: a buyer, like myself, an investor in other words, my main job description is to buy properties to get passive income. Some people's main objective is to buy properties to get capital gains, to flip them, okay? But mine is to cash flow. So if you do that analysis, you might be thinking, well, if Juan Pablo is a buyer and this other guy, Joe Blow, is a flipper, they're repeat buyers. So I'd rather solidify a repeat customer who will keep buying this product called real estate over and over and over again. So if I build buyers list and I find out the movers from the fakers, you know, the people who actually close deals, the closers in other words, then I'll go out there and find deals that fits their pockets, as long as my buyers are credible to close. So if you build a team of buyers list, then you'll know with specificity their needs, wants, and desires. And then you can find those properties in the markets that they like to invest in that fits their pockets. And if you don't want to go out there and find those properties, at least if you have your buyers list solidified and they're credible, again, they're closers, then you can network with other wholesalers who have a deal under contract. And you continue to bring buyers to the table. So in essence, I prefer to find the money than find the deal. The money is the buyer's list. The deal is work with motivated sellers. And so that's what I advise you. So if you're interested in getting started with wholesaling, such as, you know, well, how do I start my wholesaling enterprise? Do I need to form a LLC? What kind of entity? Well, how do I find buyers? How do I build them? How do I screen these buyers? Okay, and motivated sellers. How do I market for motivated sellers? How do I analyze the deal? How do I structure the paperwork? Do you have templates? We have all that stuff, even wholesaling templates in our program, because we have this special program that we're offering now, which is how to get your first deal done in real estate. And we focus on one of those strategies. About to get some gas, guys. We focus on one of the strategies, which is wholesaling as well as lease options. How to get your first deal done in less than a year, a few weeks, using wholesaling and lease options. And all that technical stuff that I just explained is included. And we just don't leave you hanging. We give you the documents that we use as well. Of course, you got to be smart. You got to CYA, consult your attorney, because the real estate documents that we use in our area, in our market, may differ in your market. So we give this to you as a frame of reference, a template, okay, for you to use for your real estate investing endeavors. And if you want to know all the particulars, how to find a deal, how to analyze it, how to structure your spread in that scenario, how to make sure the deal gets closed and you get your check and you don't get cut out from the transaction since you're the middleman in this scenario, all that stuff's included in our program. Just check the links below. And not only we don't just leave you hanging, we provide you with the documents you need or resources that we use for real estate investing, but we also provide you with one more important thing: a closed Facebook group with unlimited Q&A. So if you have questions about your particular deal in which you need some guidance, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you succeed financially. We want to be your one-stop shop for your real estate investing needs, and this program takes all the guesswork out of real estate investing. We tell you everything, break it down, the particulars, from A to Z of how to do it. Now, if you found great value in this video and the other videos, you probably watch all of our videos. Just keep in mind all the additional information and tools that will be included in the program. You won't be left hanging, all right? So if you're interested in wholesaling, you're tired of letting another year go by without you getting any real estate income, no real estate in your portfolio, not building wealth, working at a day job you don't like, then you need to make that decision and check the links below and obtain access to this program: wholesaling and creative financing, lease options, how to get your first deal done, because it's only available for a limited time only. And once that time is up, we're no longer offering it, okay? But this was designed with you in mind. As always, guys, to your success, earn passively, live passionately. See you on the other side, baby, on that Facebook group once you join. All right.